This is Dawn Compton, the pastor at Main Street United Methodist Church, and I'm here today to bring you our weekly Wednesday Word. It is Wednesday, and as you know, this was the day that Milton is supposed to be hitting the Florida coast and moving across Florida. And so while I am safe here in Lynchburg and can see the beautiful sun and rejoice that we are seeing this now for a couple of days in a row, and can celebrate just the beautiful weather that we're having. My thoughts keep drifting back to those people who are in Florida right now who are dealing with just so much anguish and loss and just disruption. And so I just ask if you would just continue to lift them up in your prayers and just think about them and ponder what you can do that might be helpful for them. We had already advertised or talked about the fact that we are collecting flood buckets that are going through UMCOR, and we're asking those flood buckets to be here by Monday. That was for the previous Hurricane Helene, and I know that was to meet that drop-off deadline. But I know that we are going to have a follow-up deadline so that if you don't get it together by Monday, my understanding is we are going to continue to collect and we'll have a follow-up date, and I will let you know when I know more about that. So if you're inclined to do flood buckets, that would be great. If you are inclined, again, just encourage you to give financially to UMCOR. That's United Methodist Committee on Relief. And they are always some of the first people on the ground when disasters are happening, and they're some of the last people to leave. They're really trying to help these people in the midst of this natural disaster. That was the organization that I would encourage you to use to send any funds to. You can go straight to UMCOR, Google it, and they will have a place for you to be able to do that. You can give it to the church, and then we can send it on forward. Either way is fine, whatever you want to do with that. I don't know what else is going to happen as we continue to move forward in this, and to what kind of long-term repair work, long-term help that the areas hit by these storms are going to need. But I tell you that it's kind of thinking about those people that have been affected by it just is staying in the forefront for me. And all of I'm doing things. I'm having a ordinary day and seeing that as a blessing because some people aren't able to do that. So I just lift that up today on this Wednesday, just to let you know kind of where I am, and hopefully that this will be an occasion that when some horrible, horrible things are happening, we can see the power and the strength of community and how the blessing of being connected that we have in the United Methodist Church, and how we can help those who really, really are struggling, and see what it means to extend love and let people know we are Christians by our love. So I lift that up. Want to lift up what's happening here at Main Street in the next week or so, couple of weeks. First, this Sunday, to remind you, it is a special worship service here. It's the last Sunday in our Everybody Tell Somebody worship series, and we are going to hopefully have a lot of guests here. You have been encouraged to invite friends, neighbors, family, anyone to kind of come and join you for this particular worship service and to celebrate with you what's happening here at Main Street. So we are really excited to have some guests that might be joining us this Sunday. If you've not invited anybody, you've still got some time to extend that invitation, and we can see who is able to join us this particular Sunday for worship. We are also, as part of that worship service, going to be celebrating the indigenous people of Americas. And so this is not just here in North America, but in Central America and South America, just all the indigenous people of the Americas. And so we're going to have some special food during a fellowship time for that. We are going to have some special decorations, and it's going to be a fun celebration as we celebrate Indigenous America's Day this Sunday as part of that as well. And then Sunday evening at 6 p.m., we are having our second Sunday cinema. And that's when we have various movies that we watch that help us wrestle with maybe some social justice issues, some issues that can challenge us in our faith, maybe some issues that help us dive more into Scripture. And so this Sunday, we are going to be watching a film that helps us understand a little bit better the Scopes monkey trial. So if you are interested in learning any more about that and just enjoy watching films and having fun with that, you can join us at 6 p.m. in our theater room. We would love to have you for that. Next Sunday, on October 20th, immediately after the worship service, we are having a meeting for all of those who are members of our core value ministry teams. And our core value ministry teams are, remember, faith development, meaningful worship, outward unselfish caring, and joyful inclusive fellowship. So we're going to have everyone that's serving on one of those four teams gather immediately after worship next Sunday, and we are going to begin looking at what those teams look like, how we are going to structure our ministry teams for 2025. We're going to have a meal for everybody that's involved with that, so we'll have some food. We'll have a meeting, and hopefully through all of that time, we will envision a powerful, wonderful way forward and how Main Street can truly be in ministry as we move into 2025. So I want to lift that up. And then want to lift up for everybody, whether you are currently involved in what's happening at Main Street or not, you need to make sure you order yourself some Brunswick stew. This is our 4th year, I think, of doing Brunswick stew. It is delicious. It's wonderful, wonderful Brunswick stew. We will be distributing it on the first Saturday in November. But you need to get your order in because we need to have the orders in ahead of time to make sure we have all the ingredients we need for all of that. So please, if you would like to order some Brunswick stew, get your order in. You can order it by going to our church website and see the order there. You can call the church office and we can get you some information about that. We have order forms. You can stop by. When you come to worship, you can pick up an order form and do it that way. But get your order in because you do not want to miss how delicious this stew is. And this year we are working to have some delicious baked goods for sale at the same time. So you come and pick up your stew, and maybe you see some really, really good baked goods that you might want to add to your lunch or your dinner that day. So just be aware of that coming up very soon. Friends, I hope you have a good week. I hope you'll be with me in prayer for the rest of this week as to what's happening down in Florida and the recovery effort throughout the Southeast that's happening for all those affected by the storms. And I look forward to worshiping with you this Sunday, either in person at 10:30 or worshiping with you online. God bless.